Hello, it's Miss LaRose. In this video, I want to talk about pop art and the artist Roy Lichtenstein. The artist that I'm talking about liked to create artwork based off of comic books, and he's very famous for making these pop art words where he takes a sound and writes the word for it and then creates a speech bubble around it and designs a pattern similar to what might be in a comic book. And these words are called onomatopoeia. Any word that represents a sound is an onomatopoeia. Lots of animal noises fall under this. So here on this side, I created a drawing that says meow, and then I put little fish and polka dots around it to represent a pattern that goes with the sound that I made, and I put it in the speech bubble. On the back, I did another one for poof, the sound that somebody might use in a comic book where something goes missing or something lands on a pile of something soft, like a cloud or a stack of very feathery pillows. And then I wrote it in a style that kind of looks like the sound, and I put it in a puffy speech bubble and made a soft, wavy background. Roy Lichtenstein likes to do more action-related words like kablam and pow and zap. So his tended to be spikier and more superhero-oriented. You can use any sort of action word to make yours. I am going to do another drawing of it and do another style of speech bubble, and I'm going to do pop for my word because this is based off of the pop art movement. And for that, I'm going to make a spiky speech bubble to contain my sound. So there is my spiky bubble. And now I have to write the word pop in it. And this is supposed to be a loud word, so I'm going to do it in all capital letters, and I want to do block letters. And I'm going to make my P's pointy, so it's kind of like they're popping like a balloon. I'll even put a balloon shape in the middle of my O. And a lot of the times these words have exclamation points at the end of them. So if you want to add that, you can. But things like bam, zip, zap, kablam, all of those type words work. Or you could do like I did with the animal. I did a cat, so I said meow. You could do one that says woof for a dog, moo for a cow, so on and so forth for other animal noises. As long as you write it in style like this, put it in a speech bubble, and then create some sort of pattern or background around it. So this one is about popping, so I'm going to make little designs that look like something has burst. And that will help me design my background. And I'm also going to split it up into sections with some lines. And change it a little bit in each section. Splitting it up makes it easier to color. In this section, I'm just going to do some full balloons, like they haven't popped yet. making it look like there's some overlap. And on this one, let's just make a bunch of pointy stuff. So it's kind of like a process. Balloons go through pointy things, they pop and they burst. Another good sound might be whoosh, or slam, or splat. That could be really cool. That's a sort of slimy sounding onomatopoeia. Alright, I think I can do some more of these sort of marks down here, fill up this space a little bit more. The last step is to color it. I am not going to color mine in this video. I'm going to color it and then show you what it looks like when it's finished. That way it'll just save some time. You can use colored pencils, markers, or crayons. I am going to use markers for this part for coloring it. And I'll show you what it looks like at the end. Here is my finished colored pop art, pop sound artwork. And I tried to use just 4 colors, red, blue, yellow, and gray. I left some white area to make my word stand out. The last thing I'm going to do is take black to outline my word to help it stand out more. If you want to leave the inside of your speech bubble white, you can, but I do want you to color the background behind it. And like I did with mine, if you split yours up like this into panels and then create designs in them, or you put something like wavy line sections or zigzag sections, or this one has a pattern of little fish and polka dots, that's going to help fill up the space behind it. The more stuff you have to color in the background, the less area of just one solid color you're going to end up creating. And that is going to also make your project look more interesting. I think that the black really makes that word pop. I don't need you to outline yours in black if you don't want to. That's just an option. I think it is a good idea. If you prefer to use a different color to outline it, that's fine too. And if you're unsure if your word will work for it, just think if your word can also be applied to a sound, like smack, slam, splat, drip, glop, animal noises, any sort of sound that might be in an action comic book. All of those types of sounds will work. You just have to write the word for it in stylized letters, like bubble letters or block letters. Put it in a speech bubble, and then decorate the area around it. Just to review those steps. When you finish, take a picture or have a grown-up take a picture of it and post it in the Google Classroom feed or email it to me. If I don't see the picture, you don't get credit for doing the project. You don't have to bring it to school if you email me the picture. If I see it through the email, that's good enough. I hope you have fun and that you create some interesting onomatopoeia pop art.